Hello and welcome to this Wednesday upload. My name's Nicola, this is Poppy, my daughter.
Oh, is this Wednesday?
Yeah, this is for a Wednesday upload.
Alright.
And if you're new here, if you're not, welcome back. So, today we are doing a spooky mukbang. Cue flying bats across the screen that I can add in later. So, we haven't really got much of a mukbang to eat. I bought a picnic. You've got your water, haven't you? That's mine.
Have you got another one?
You've got your Arsenal one.
Oh, I have this now.
Okay. And squash crisps.
Nice. I don't want my sandwich.
You don't want your sandwich?
No, thank you.
And I've got a wrap. Well, not a wrap, a pita bread. So we thought, in this mukbang, it's a really weird word, isn't it, mukbang?
Yeah.
We could do, am I keeping you up?
No.
We could do a spooky mukbang. So we're going to talk about spooky things that we've had experience or things that have happened to us. And keep an open mind, because I know a lot of people are like, no, absolutely not. There's nothing else out there. It's just us and that's it. But you're entitled to your opinion, whatever you believe. I believe that there's life after death. Do you?
You're allowed your own opinion, just don't be mean about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I believe there's life after death.
Yeah.
I don't think you die and that's it.
No, because one of the reasons, sorry, I'm just squashing my sweets down, didn't work, is that your soul is an energy. So that energy, when you die, has to go somewhere. And that's what I believe, that, you know, I'm going to open my crisps because I like having crisps with my pita bread.
Fair enough.
What's your first, you talk about your first spooky experience. Have you had any? Yeah, you have. In the old house.
Old house.
Which was what?
Well, a ghost.
We believe there was a spirit in our old house.
Not all the time though. I believe like, what, 2 years before we moved?
We got a photo of it. I don't know where that photo's gone. It's not on my phone anymore, so I can't attach it. That's spooky in itself, isn't it? It's just disappeared off the face of the earth. There's a picture of me and Ange in our old house. We had a conservatory, if you've been here that long. And me and Ange had a photo together. And in the background is this person, this man. And there was just me and Ange there. No one else was there. It can't be explained. It cannot be explained. And I think that was the ghost that was around our house. Now, we could well have brought that ghost back when TJ and I went ghost hunting in the churchyard.
I will forever be mad at you for that, because I told you, I said, a ghost will follow you home. And you were like, no, no. What happened? 2 years.
It was either that, or it was attached to TJ's jacket.
Well, either way, I barely slept
It's
for
gone
2
now.
years.
Bobby was terrified.
Because it was in my room all the time. At night, it was always in my room.
By the way, I've got I've got ham and lettuce in my pita bread. I don't like butter.
That's a bit dry.
I like it dry. I like it dry. And then, yeah, when we moved to the bungalow, I think you were pleased, weren't you, that...
I've actually had an experience with Grandad before. Are you okay if I talk about it? I was at uni, and it was only a week or so after his funeral. And I was just kind of like laying in bed crying. Because I was stressed, like I had exams. I was ready to come home at that point, you know, all that lovely stuff. And then all of a sudden I just smelt smoke. Now I know at uni you always smell smoke, whatever, but because I'm on the top floor I never smell it.
Right.
And it was like the strongest sensation all of a sudden right next to me. And that has happened a couple times, especially when I'm upset, that I just smell smoke. And I think that's Grandad.
Well, I have also had experiences with stale smoke. They're mainly in the car, and I'm driving along, there's no one smoking anywhere. Obviously none of us smoke, we wouldn't allow it in the car anyway, even if we did. But I will be driving, and it's happened 3 times. Twice in the car and once at home in the bungalow, in the bathroom, in the girls' bathroom, and it's a stale smoke smell. And I always think that that's my granddad, one of my granddads, because he smoked, like he chain smoked, and he's popped in I think 3 times now just to check up. One of the times was when my dad was alive. He just had another fall, and I'd just come from seeing him, and I was going to the hospital to see Mum, who was in hospital, and it was Mum's dad. And I'm sure he was in the car. I actually talked to him because I smelt the smoke, and I was like, oh, hi, Grandad. I said, I'm going to see Mum now. She'll be all right, don't worry. And I'm sure that's what was happening, that he was popping in the car just to say, what's going on? Is Mum all right? You know. So the stale smoke for me, I believe, is my granddad.
I believe it's Grandad, because my memory of him, I always smelt smoke.
It could be a memory thing. What other spooky things have you had?
I've actually had sleep paralysis before.
Have you?
Scariest thing in my life.
Don't you get a demon or something?
No, so basically, it's basically where your eyes are open, but your brain's still asleep. So you can't move your body, nothing. It was the scariest thing. It was when I was at uni.
Right.
And I was literally, I opened my eyes and I was like, brilliant, I'm awake. I went to go get my phone, but I couldn't move. And I'd been waiting for that for my whole life, because I knew about sleep paralysis since I was younger, and I was like, this is it. This is it. This is it. It's happening. And then all of a sudden, I'm not even joking, Mum, I couldn't sleep for weeks after this because it was so scary. This like face, like black figure was at the end of my bed.
Oh my god, your sleep paralysis demon.
I wanted to scream, I just couldn't do anything. And it felt like I was staring at it for hours. Luckily it didn't do anything, like, it just stayed there. And then I woke up and everything...
You could move again.
I could move again. Jesus, that was the most horrific thing. I would have told you about that, but I forgot. It's because of when everything was happening.
And that's probably the reason why it happened.
Hasn't happened again.
No. I have sleep paralysis as in if I like have a nap during the day and I'm bad with my fibro, like I can't open my eyes and I can't wake up, but I'm awake, if that makes sense. So I've woken up from my nap, but I don't want to wake up. I can't wake up, so I can't open my eyes and I can't move. I'm like paralysed. It's really weird. And I get that quite a lot.
So it's the opposite. Your brain's
I am awake,
but your body's
saying no, we need more sleep. Yeah, it's really bizarre.
I reckon that might be to do with your condition.
Yeah, oh it is, definitely, and it could be medication as well. So there's some of the spooky things. I also want to tell them about Lake District.
Oh.
Now you might have heard this story. Hang on, you've got a hair on you. You might have heard this story, and if you have, I apologise. So, how old were you when we went to the Lake District?
When was it?
We had Evie.
Was it before our second America trip?
I don't know.
I'm going to say I was like 9, 10.
Maybe older.
No, because I was still in primary school.
No, because Holly was playing with her Barbies.
I was going into year 6.
So what happened, we went to Lake District, we booked a lovely farmhouse cottage, which was a converted barn on a farmhouse,
lovely,
on a farm site. And when we got there was 2 bedrooms, obviously the double for me and Mark, and then there was 2 singles in one room to single beds for the girls. The girls' room, it had a little nook, didn't it, out the wall, and in this nook sat a teddy bear and a doll. Just sat there, and we were like, a bit creepy, but alright. And Poppy somehow knocked them over, didn't you?
I didn't accidentally knock them over.
You knocked them over on purpose?
I pushed them out of the way.
Right.
Because they creeped me out.
And because I'm quite sensitive to spirits and things. You're quite sensitive to that as well. I wouldn't say Holly so much. And
Dad just doesn't believe in them.
No. I sensed a little girl with long blonde hair with... all I can describe her is she's got like plaits down each side, but her hair's down, so like just 2 plaits at the front, and she's in like a Victorian looking, not long dress, but like to her calves with a little aprony, that sort of style, you know. And I believe this doll and teddy belonged to her. Whether she lived there and they were, you know, artifacts from when she was there, or they were bought in and she came with them. But because Poppy knocked these things over, she didn't like that. And then that night I had the most awful dream of this little girl like coming through the wall and into our room and into my brain, and it was awful. And I also think, because Holly used to play with her Barbies on the bed, didn't she? I think she would just watch Holly play, like enjoy watching Holly play with her dolls. Anyway, didn't touch the teddy or doll, carried on with our holiday, and the day we were leaving, I went in, because I didn't like being in the girls' room on my own. Like when I was putting their clothes away or tidying their room, I had a really uneasy feeling, so I had to get out of there quick. And the corridor was quite creepy as well, wasn't it? It was like bricks along the, like, not like cobbles bricks, if you see what I mean. I don't know what sort of, like, I think it was some sort of barn in the past that they'd converted. But anyway, on the last day before we left, the doll and the teddy had been sat exactly where the position it was in before. And I said to everyone, oh, who's moved the doll and the teddy? Nobody had touched it. Nobody. She'd moved those back to how they should be. So that was really creepy, wasn't it? And I spent ages as well, because I'd taken so many photos of the outside of the house to try and see if I could see anything in the windows, but I couldn't see anything. But yeah, and I don't believe she came upstairs either. I believe she stayed downstairs in the bedroom areas. But Holly wasn't fazed by it. Dad wasn't fazed by it. It was just you and me.
Pooing myself.
So yeah, another experience we had.
Have we ever had a ghost experience that you've never told me about?
Did I tell you I've driven through a monk?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another one I've had. Where we used to live had a monastery, and I was coming back from my friend Donna's, who we used to live in the same village, one night, and I had Michelle in the car, and we drove straight through a monk, straight through it. Like, you could see it in the street.
Oh, my library at uni. Do you remember when so I was on FaceTime to Mum one day, and it was just me in this library, because I was in there at like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. And I was on FaceTime to Mum doing my thing. First of all, the computer stopped working. And then it started, and then it stopped, and then it started, and it stopped, and I was like, what the hell? And then, on WhatsApp, it started doing these weird, had like
That's right.
confetti, thumbs up, thumbs down. And I was like, that's really weird. And then we figured out how to do it. But then me and Mum weren't doing anything, and it kept on having thumbs up and thumbs down.
That was really weird.
Wasn't it? And then I asked the security guard if he's had any ghost experience, and he said absolutely. He said there's been books coming off the shelf, like...
Have you been in there on your own since?
No! Don't be so silly. Honestly. Get pushed down the stairs.
Oh God. Yeah, we do attract ghosts.
I don't want to. I don't want to do that. But somehow, for some reason, you've given me this gift that you have. And now I can just know whenever ghosts are around, and I don't want to know because I don't want them near me.
It's like when we went to that church, Christchurch Manor, and I said, see if you think the same rooms as I do, and you did, didn't you? Every single one of them. Weird.
It's funny because you just know, don't you? You just get this feeling.
Yeah. Well, I watch a lot of psychic mediums as well, and how they explain it is that there's lots of different planes of existence, and we're in the middle. There's planes beneath us and there's planes above us, so that when you die, if you've had like a good life, he said there's no heaven and there's no hell. That's what he said, the psychic. Don't come at me for that. I don't know what I believe anymore. I'm a Christian, so I should have Christian faith, but as I've got older, my beliefs have been going like this. Anyway, he said if you've been good in your life, you'll go up a plane straight away, and you can just keep going up and up and up, but you can go back down them as well and go back into, like, on our plane to check up on people anytime you want to. And he said all spirits often do that. But if you've been bad in your life and you go down a plane, you can choose to be reincarnated and come back up as a new life force, as something.
Would you choose?
No. I wouldn't want to do that.
If you had to be reincarnated, what would you be reincarnated as?
I don't think you get a choice.
No, but if you could choose.
I don't know. Dog, probably. Dogs have pretty good lives, don't they?
Not all of them.
No. All they do is eat, poo and sleep.
I think I'd like to be a shark.
A shark?
Yeah, I get to swim all day. Got not a lot of fears about other creatures. Or a stingray.
Hopefully we've been good enough in our life that we don't have to be reincarnated.
I wouldn't care if I was reincarnated, to be honest.
Well, and you wouldn't want to see me anymore.
What do you mean?
Because you wouldn't, if you're reincarnated, you don't know your previous life.
Oh, right.
So
then
then
you're saying that we could be reincarnated right now?
Well, yeah, we could have been people that were reincarnated. We wouldn't know. We wouldn't have a clue.
Have you seen these stories about, like, I saw this story the other day that there's this kid that took someone exactly where his body's buried and told them the whole story about how he died. And
yeah, I have heard that. Yeah. But lots of weird stories, lots of spooky stories. And if you've got any, let us know in the comments.
I'll reply to some.
Poppy's going to hop in the comments, guys, alright? And so will I. We would love to know any spooky stories that you have.
Yeah.
You can put your beliefs in there as well, that's fine, but like Poppy says, just keep it kind.
Kind and not mean, otherwise you'll be deleted.
We all have different beliefs and different religions, and everything is absolutely fine. But you just have to respect each other's. That's what I believe anyway.
Kindness, kindness, kindness.
Hope you've enjoyed this little Wednesday upload, spooky section. Give it a thumbs up. What else you got to do, Pops? Got you know.
Comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon.
all that. And I will see you all on Saturday for the weekly. Take care. Bye.